Hey everybody, it's me, Nate. I'm the host of the show, one of the three. Anyways, guess what? For the first time in years and years, we're all going to be back together in the same place, me and Johnny and Finn, for the Green Bay Fringe Festival. It's happening July 18th, 19th, and 20th. We've got shows on the 19th and 20th. That's Friday, July 19th at 8 o'clock and Saturday the 20th at 1 p.m. and 10 p.m. Click on the link in the show notes if you want to get tickets to that. And if you don't want to get tickets to that, then don't click on that link, because as soon as you click on it, you've got tickets. That's how we get you. Okay, check it out. Oh, enjoy the show.
Hello, and welcome to Several Questions with Nate Chappell, Finn Hammond, and Johnny Fisher.
So the way the several questions work is that basically we found a machine in the woods called the Questionator 5000 that was evidently engineered to generate infinite, very silly questions. And Johnny, Finn, and I have dedicated our lives to answering them all one by one by one, and also to camping. That's right, we're going camping soon for the Green Bay Fringe Festival, because we're too cheap to get a hotel. We're going to camp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nothing funny happens in a hotel. Hey, where are we sleeping?
Me and Johnny share a campsite, and you have the other campsite, because we have two sites. So I wonder if that would be smart to keep you away so you could possibly sleep a little later, because Johnny and I will both be up pretty early, I think. Johnny will be up earlier than me, and he'll be very quiet, but I will want to do stuff once I get up. And so if we can just do stuff and let you, if you have the possibility of sleeping, we might as well set you up over there. Plus, then we don't have to deal with your bullshit on our site, the cool site, you know?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like all your night crying and stuff.
Yeah,
and, day crying. Yeah. All right, let's answer some questions.
What fictional alien would you most like to go camping with?
Whoa, Questionator vibing with us here on theme. So I know everybody thinks I'm going to say Alf, right?
Oh, yeah, you would.
But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to say Alf, and I'll tell you why. I like Alf as a character. Similarly, I like Seinfeld a lot, but I wouldn't want to go camping with any of them for sure. They would be annoying to hang out with generally. I think Alf would also be very annoying to hang out with generally.
There'd be a lot of puns.
Yeah, it'd just be like, yeah, exactly. They would just be like, and I don't think Alf would be able to help me very much either. And he would be probably whiny about everything.
Burrs would be getting stuck in his fur.
Oh my God. The tick check at the end of the night would take forever.
Yeah, it would. Got to comb him out.
He also eat, like, there's a limited food supply, and he seems
There's not a lot of cats out there.
Oh, yeah.
Need some squirrel.
Oh, maybe some raccoons. That might be nice. I don't know. I feel like a raccoon could fuck Alf up pretty hard.
Yeah.
Or he'd eat something that, like, isn't food. Like, you know, like just like part of the tent that you need.
Is that what he does? That's what Alf does?
I've seen him do it. He ate a puzzle one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What an idiot.
He was like,
I like to do a lot of puzzles when I'm camping too, so this
yeah,
that wouldn't work out.
Just do it on this tarp.
You just do it on the ground, on the dirt.
Whoa, what a terrible idea.
Or like on like you just have to like lay down some like 3 logs. Do it on top of that. Anyway, so to answer your question, Questionator, no, I don't like to do puzzles when I'm camping. Also, so for the alien, so what do we got? We got, Spock. It's funny, I don't think of, like, Chewbacca as an alien, a lot of the Star Wars and Star Trek people, because it's not on Earth, so they don't seem like aliens to me. They just are, like, in their own deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, aliens to me suggests that they have visited Earth. In my head. I know that's not the definition, but... So... I mean, Chewie would be fun to go camping with, I bet. He seems like loyal and helpful and big. He's got
yeah.
hands. He's got like cool hands.
Mm-hmm.
Communication might be a problem, but maybe
Mhm.
Han could come along. Han seems to get what he's talking about.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's tall. He can reach. Definitely.
Yeah. He could just like hold up your tarp if it rains. Although he'd probably smell like wet dog. No offense. Is that offensive? Do you
I think that does sound a little offensive.
Yeah, I'm sorry I said that. We should probably cut that out. There's another one I was thinking of. E.T.
Alien?
Would be. Oh yeah, I don't think I want to go with the alien from Alien.
Okay.
Seems a little harsh. That would be like a harsh wake up. Like you slowly are waking up to the sounds of bird chirping. You look over to the cot next to you, and it's just like shoots out. Good morning.
You see a bear, and it's kind of like this majestic moment, and then something bursts out of its chest. It's been impregnated by.
Come on, Alien.
Yeah.
E.T. I feel like might be a choice, but I don't know how helpful they would be either.
Yeah, he'd be kind of annoying. He'd be just like, I want to go home. And be like,
I bet if you just brought a bunch of Reese's Pieces, I want to go home. We don't have service out here, E.T. phone. Yeah. Oh, I'm like, I can't.
No, I can't.
I can't. And his finger just keeps glowing. You can't go to sleep. That might be good, though. If you're like your flashlight, you don't have to bring a flashlight. You just got ET. Can you point over there?
Yeah.
I think home is that way. You just have to keep trying to trick him into pointing at stuff. No, home. No, home's. Let's see. Let me get my compass. He doesn't understand how compasses work. Idiot. That's how he got there in the first place. Probably got lost.
Yeah, if he had a compass finger,
maybe his other finger is a compass finger. We don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not really my business, it feels like. What about you guys? Any aliens?
What about Predator? Is he an alien?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think he would be good company?
No, probably not. If he was on your side. I'm not like a hunting kind of camper. I don't want to alarm you guys. But
Well, we'll do the hunting. We figured that. We're going to have you weave palm fronds for our shelter.
I mean, if you brought the Predator, he could do the hunting for you, too. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Back with a rabbit or something.
See in the dark. What about The Abyss? You guys ever see the movie The Abyss?
Is that an alien? I did.
I think you could say it's an alien. I mean, it's not from another planet, so maybe not.
It was like an alien world underneath, though, wasn't it? Weren't they from? They like crash landed under there. I
don't remember.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of Avatar?
No, there's like a bunch of glowing things.
Are you thinking of T2? I'm just naming James Cameron movies.
This violates your being on Earth rule, but Avatar, that's the one.
Oh, that's true. Is there a specific Avatar character? I don't know any of them. Sigourney?
Sigourney. Blue Dude. Avatar 2, featuring the new Blue Dude. 2 new Blue Dudes in the Avatar crew. That's how I talk now.
Oh, I like it. I thought you were doing the theme song. Or like the commercial jingle, like copy that. Okay. Avatars are kind of Smurfs, right?
Smart?
Smurfs.
Because they're blue?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because they're blue and they live in like this commune kind of thing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They live in mushrooms. Gargamel's always trying to gather them up. He needs 6 of them to melt them down to make gold.
Do they...
They're more than 3 apples high for sure, but...
Yeah.
But the apples on that planet are different.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, it's one...
Much larger.
There is a Gargamel type character. No one's harvesting the avatars themselves. It's like the stuff that they're around, you know? But yeah, it's like the same dynamic. I never really thought about it. It's like Fern Gully.
Well, think about it. Fern Gully is what?
That's
Is
more
like the
magical than
Smurfs.
alien.
Fern Gully is very. But it's protecting the magic.
Resources?
Tree.
Yeah, tree sources.
Hmm.
Tree sources.
Hmm.
Well, Smurf this. Let's move on to the next question.
If you had to sleep standing up for 6 months, how would you do that?
Hmm. I mean, so I'm assuming that's just not how I'm sleeping every night for 6 months, or is that just I'm sleeping straight for 6 months kind of thing?
I think every night, every time you would normally sleep, you
Oh,
have to
okay.
do it.
All
That
right.
is a good question. Thank you for that clarification.
No problem. Because I think it would change in how I decided to do it. But uh I think I would probably, I don't know. I mean, for the audience, you can't see behind me, but you guys can. There is this
Mhm.
mattress actually up against the wall.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's funny.
yeah, it's a
Take the
I would
blanket.
probably just press against that, maybe strap a belt around it, maybe a couple belts so they were long enough so I could get all the way around it. And then so whenever I climbed in, I would just strap my chest and maybe my feet. And then I would probably end up just kind of dangling in there when I go limp from, exhaustion.
Word.
Yeah,
Um,
I wonder if it would be. I feel like a
I,
head strap might be helpful to keep your
maybe
head up, because otherwise, I've seen how, like Wesley, when she falls asleep in her car seat, she just like falls
just,
straight forward, and it looks so uncomfortable.
yeah,
Especially like for people of our age, a kid is like made out of rubber, so nothing bothers them in that regard. But for me, I'm just like looking at it like, Jesus Christ, like my
I think I
neck would
could,
be cashed
I
after
think I could
if
just
I did
rest
it.
my chin kind of on my chest a little and
Uh,
it would be fine. I would just kind of fall forward and be like that. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how the first night goes and maybe kind of make some adjustments.
adjust, yeah, that's right. You'd have time.
Hmm.
A strap would be good. Those airplane neck pillow things.
Oh, you could put it backwards
Oh,
to rest your chin on.
Mhm.
Oh, I like
yeah,
that
that's
idea.
not
That's a
bad.
good
And
idea,
that would kind
Finn.
of press you upward anyway. Yeah, yeah.
Life hack.
My life,
Hmm.
there's nothing
And
nice
my
about
neck
sleeping.
often gets cold when I'm sleeping anyway, so that would be kind of nice.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay.
Used to have a cat would lay across my neck, but
Yeah.
Put the
yeah.
blanket on my neck.
Well, I guess people do pull it all the way up to their chin, right?
I do. I like to
Yeah.
snuggle right in there.
I don't. I stick a leg out. Like, I'm all over the place. It
Mm.
depends on the weather, obviously, but like, I do not need it near my face. I'm afraid that it's going to get over my face and I get like carbon dioxide poisoning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Mm,
start murdering everyone. And
right.
what an embarrassing reason, really.
Do you think when astronauts sleep?
Do you think astronauts are ever like made fun of for being called astronauts? Just out of curiosity. Sorry to interject,
No, I
but I feel
certainly
like this is
do.
important.
Someone tries to say, "Oh, I'm an astronaut."
Yeah,
And
like you know how the like astronauts are big shit and everything, and they're really cool. Everybody respects them, but they're it does say ass right away in their name in
Mm.
yeah,
their
the
profession.
whole
Anyway,
I mean, first thing about being an astronaut
is ass.
is
Although
yeah,
yeah, you
no
could
way.
use. I guess you could use that to your advantage in as a pickup line or like a
Oh
bragging
yeah,
about how much
sure.
ass you get or whatever.
Mm.
Man, astronauts have it so good. Okay, go ahead, Finn. What were you saying?
Uh, so do you think that how like even when it's warm, you might grab a blanket to tell your body it's time to sleep? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
put my
So
thumb in
do
my mouth.
you think that when they get in that sleepy bag, that they get in like a bag, right? When they sleep,
Mm-hmm.
like a not like a big Ziploc bag, but like a vertical,
Right.
essentially a sleeping
Sleeping
bag.
bag. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
space bag.
that it would be comforting enough to be like, oh, I'm in bed. Could you convince your body that you're in bed that
Yeah,
way?
I think so.
I wondered. I wonder if they do have some sort of pressure applied in a direction, like a strap or whatever, in order.
Put a couple weights on them.
But
It's a weighted blanket.
if they're in space, there's no
Yeah, I
weight.
guess it
That's
doesn't
all.
matter.
Like, so you'd have to like fake it with strap by applying pressure to yourself. So if
Yeah,
that, if that sleeping bag was tight and tight against the wall, like all Velcroed down to the wall, then maybe, because you're like getting the sensation of at least it's backwards because you're getting the sensation from the top, kind of. It's a top down thing, just like actually NASA,
Mhm.
and convertibles.
Just like NASA and convertibles. Oh, top down.
Yeah, and then also the opposite of Drew Barrymore and David Letterman that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That was top up.
Oh.
Anyway, I think did we explore that question? Do you have any other thoughts? I think we've figured it out that yes, we're going to do this starting with our camping trip.
Mm-hmm.
We've already got the sleeping bags.
We got some trees.
By the way, Johnny, do you have a sleeping bag?
I do.
And a tent, right?
Yep. I'll probably sleep on top of the sleeping bag though.
TMI.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how good are you at rating things on a scale from 1 to 10?
Oh, I'm pretty good. I think that this show has definitely helped me. Or the way we think.
Mm-hmm.
Hypotheticals are all over the place. So, yeah, if you give me a hypothetical situation and make me just rate it on 1 to 10 in some way or another, I'll nail it. I'll have an answer.
What if if you go to the doctor or whatever and they're like, what's your pain level today or whatever? Does that ever happen to you? I know you have inflammation problems.
What's weird is that, no, I don't like that question. And I feel like if I do it too much, then they're going to be like, oh, baby.
Yeah,
or
every
like,
day's a 10. Jesus.
yeah. Or like, like 7 is for emergencies. Just so they'll like give some more information after that. Like generally 7 is reserved for people who've lost their arms.
That's pretty high.
So I think I don't like that in that situation. It's funny. I immediately run into a.
It should be more 1 through 5 instead of 1 through 10.
You think that's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why? How's that the problem? You're a numbers guy, Johnny. I feel like we should defer to you on this.
I mean, if you scale it down, then there isn't as much of a gap as far as so you can put a lot of those, arm loss and like amputations, just like the real serious pain in a higher, like that could be a 4 or 5 then at that point. So it just, and then so you can get down to a 3. So a 3 is always a 3, it's a few.
I can see what you're saying, I guess, but I still don't know if it totally fixes the problem or just changes the problem a little bit. But I see what you're saying that it's hard to say a 9 for anything. And I'm not talking about just pain scales, but just scales in general, because who's if you're talking about evil people, the most evil people or whatever, what's a 9, because you got to leave it. It's you always got to leave room. But at the same time, it's there's so much in the normal part of the experience of whatever pool you're talking about of things that it's yeah, I guess maybe the 1 to 5 scale does help that a little bit in that 1 to 3 is pretty.
That's normal amount of evil.
Or whatever. And then 4 is so it's reducing the number of categories sort of. Yeah. Unless you go into points 4.3 or whatever, then you're kind of just hacking the system.
You are.
What about spice level? When people ask you for your spice level, what do you say?
I say 0.
Okay.
I say spicy.
Same as my sleep number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't sleep very well. Do you? Yeah, I'm always afraid if somebody asks me that. I just basically assume, because often there'll be hot sauce too, so I can be in charge. Because if it's too spicy, it just completely ruins it for me.
Mm.
Mhm.
Hurts too bad.
Yeah.
Then I gotta like try to order milk or something.
Bread.
Bread?
Mhm.
Does
Some
that
bread
help?
and butter. Yeah, that helps.
Oh well, you guys know I'm all keto. I'm all Atkins.
Mm.
What if I just started the Atkins diet?
Yeah, I mean,
I'd be interested. Wait,
You'd be
that's one
interested?
out of flavor. That's all protein or something. What's
Yeah, I
that?
think so. Yeah, I think that was the beginning of the low carb movement.
yeah.
Yeah, you should try
Um,
it if it works.
okay,
Good thing.
I'm gonna start it right now. I'm gonna call the good doctor right now.
I went to a restaurant the other day. No big deal.
Brag much? Yeah.
And they asked, like, what's your spice level? And I was like, I said 5. And then I stopped and I was like, it's out of 10, right? And they were like, no, it's out of 5.
Oh shit.
It's like,
There you
oh
go.
my God.
That was
Just-
close. That would have been awesome. Were they surprised when you said 5?
Yeah, that might have been why I.
Yeah. Do they go, are you sure?
They were like,
Yeah. Just like
"Eh."
terrified.
Okay.
They licked their finger and then touched you and went.
No one's ever said that before.
Uh-huh. It's out of 4, actually.
Yeah.
You're a psycho. Yeah, I really don't like scales of 1 to 10. I have a very hard time. Yeah, with pain scales, it's like, well, do you mean like pain? First of all, do you mean pain I've experienced in my life? Like, is my 10 just? Are you asking me the worst thing I've ever experienced? You know, because beyond that, I can't be sure. I don't know. There's probably a bunch of super painful stuff that has never happened to me that is way worse than my 10. So, like, what are you asking me? I guess is always my hang up. It's like, what are you getting at? Like, what are you?
Why are you even in my house?
Yeah, why are you in my house? Why did he wake me up, alien?
I mean, I guess it's like a scale between 1 through 10, which one's good and which one's bad. Is
Oh
10
boy, that's a really good.
or is
That's
10
a
being
really
bad?
good
Like,
point.
which scale are we going, like, how are we going up and down this thing?
Well, I think it's 10 is good. I think that's always the scale, John.
Okay. So your
Isn't
pain
it?
level
Well,
is
unless
10.
it's pain, it's the most. So if you're rating something on how good it is, then it's the most that. If it's pain, then it's the most that. If it's unlikability, then it's the most that.
How difficult is this between 1 and 10?
That means 10 is the most difficult.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it the
So,
least
like,
difficult?
why would it be the least difficult? Is it? Yes.
Top
Oh,
10 most difficult
interesting.
things.
Yeah, that's a
one.
BuzzFeed listicle.
Yeah.
Top 10 most difficult things, starting with death.
Death's 10.
Yeah, well, on Johnny's scale.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Number 1 most difficult.
Oh, I see what you're saying, Johnny. Now I kind of do see what you're saying. You're talking about it in a ranking sense.
Yes.
I feel like that is different. Ranking, I believe, is... Oh, that is kind of weird that ranking is the complete opposite of all the scale, of the one
Rank
scale.
it 1 through 10.
Ranking versus rating.
Oh, rated. Yes.
That's the difference.
Rate 1 through 10.
That's
rank
just a
1 through
couple
10. Yes,
letters.
it is,
So
yeah.
how many letters is it? Let's figure it out.
4.
Ranking versus rating. It's just like
Ooh.
there's an N and a K instead of a T. There we go.
3. Counting.
3, 2, 1. All right, let's go. So the way the several questions work is that we basically start the podcast again right at the end. In fact, speaking of right at the end, that's all the questions we have for today. Now go out there, ask questions, be curious and not furious, and always remember, you and only you can help prevent unsafe forest fires. For Joey Finn Jolop, and I'm Nick Chipple. This is Several Questions.
Thank you for listening to Several Questions, a production of Wolf Out Radio. Click on the link in the show notes for more Wolf Out shows.